So in this video, I'm going to talk about why I only ever trade one strategy per match. So I'll only ever touch one strategy per match. I'm going to tell you how and why I do that. So if you do like this channel, if you are new to trading or you're an existing trader, please do hit like, subscribe, all of those good things, and thank you very much for watching. Like I say, if you watch it all the way to the end, you're going to know why I only ever trade one strategy at a time per match. Now, you might see my eyes looking to the left a little bit. I do have some notes because, do you know what? If you've been watching my videos for a while, you know what I'm like. You know how much energy I have. I can go off on all different kinds of tangents. I know some people slate me for that and say, Ryan's just reading off a screen. He's so boring. But I have the notes to make sure that I give you the maximum value that I can give you, because what I've done in the past, like years ago, was I would just have an idea in my head and then just go for it. And then when the video was finished and it was uploaded, I go, oh, I should have added that, that, and that. So now I have some notes for me to make sure that I am always giving you what I think you need to know, the best from my trading experience. So set the scene. You've got up in the morning, you've got your coffee, the cat might be with you in my case, and you've gone into your stat software, you've got your sheets for the day, you've got your trades for the day. And there's one game on there that crosses all of your strategies. So for example, it might be an overs, you might be laying 1.5, it might be a lay the draw, and it might also have a second half goal. And you're going, oh my God, 3 strategies on one game. What? How the hell am I going to do this? Do I do all of them? But, you know, which one am I going to do? Well, for me, I only ever do one. And the reason that I only ever do one is, a big reason, is I wanted to limit the mental damage and my output. So I found this from experience that before, when I've been watching a game, I like to just have one focus on that game. It just makes it so much easier for me. Because if I'm just laying the draw, for example, if I've got a game that falls overs, LTD and second half goal, if all I'm doing is lay the draw, all I need to focus on is that one goal, that one market, the match odds market. Whereas if I have other markets going, I've got a lot more to think about. And then when the goal goes in, I need to go, okay, well, I've got that trade and that trade. Yeah, I can write them down and I can have a note to go and check them. But for me, it just, the mental damage and the output that I need is just too much. And also, just talking about the mental damage, it might well be that if it's going wrong, I've now got like 2 trades or 3 trades happening at the same time, and the red is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It might sort of mess up my judgment a little bit. So I might be focusing on the reds than normal because my exposure is big. And that leads me to my next reason why I don't do it, exposure. So if normally I'm trading and I've got my exposure and I'm happy with that, and I'm going, okay, cool. But now if I've got 3 trades, even though I know I've researched them and I know that they're all going to be profitable longer term, the exposure of me in that minute, it makes it a little bit harder for me to manage. So I just don't do it. So your next question then might be, well, that's all well and good, Ryan, but how on earth do we pick the games to trade? Well, for me, I rate them. So I'm very, very fortunate. I have the BTC stats, which is available to every single person, and I can get all of the information. So what I can do is I can really start to build a picture of the games. You know what I'm going to say. It's all about the what has to happen question. So I just rate them on which one I think is most likely to actually happen. So I might say, okay, well, the LTD stats aren't as strong, I don't think, as the overs stats, because I'm not 100% sure on which team is going to score first, and I know with the LTD I need that team to score first, and I'm not 100% on that. Where the overs, okay, I feel like either team could score, and they've both got their best players playing, and they're both in form, etc., etc. So I feel more comfortable with the overs trade, so I'll rate that one higher, and then I might go through the second half goal trades, and I just rate them. What I also do is I make notes on how I came to that decision, because what that allows me to do is assess whether my decision making was right, so that I can then, if I fall into the same situation again, I know I wasn't right because of X, Y, and Z. I interpreted it differently to how I probably should have done. So there's a little bit of self-reflection there. And then I'm looking for the lowest risk and the highest probability. So this comes into the stats. So where am I going to get the most value for my money? Yes, I do understand value for my money. And my trading window, like where gives me the biggest trading window, which gives me the biggest bang for my buck, and which one has the lowest risk versus the higher probability. So I look through the stats to get the probabilities and find that out and just see what's happening. And then from there, I've whittled it down to actually choosing my game. So that's exactly how I go about picking just the one game, even though it might fit the one strategy, even though it might fit 3 or 4 strategies. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic as well, how you go about it. You know, do you trade all of them or do you just pick one? And also your decision-making process. And also, if you do, while I have you, if you do have any ideas for videos that you'd love to see from us at BTC, please do pop them in the comments below, because we want to make more videos for you. You know, it's all about you guys. I want to bring you the best trading education that I can on this YouTube channel. So please do let me know, and I'll see you next week for another video.